6, 7. Am I late to the party? Probably. Anyhow, what if I told you that 666 isn't the number of the devil? What if I told you that the Bible never actually says that? And what if the number that millions of people fear was originally meant to teach us something about being human? Today, we're going to explore symbolism of 6, 7, 666, and 777. We'll look at the Bible, we'll look at carbon, we'll look at ancient symbolism. And we'll ask a question that might change how you see yourself. Are you a sinner to be feared or a human being still becoming? The fear of 666. Most people hear 666 and immediately think the devil, evil, the mark of the beast, danger, fear. But let's look at what Revelation actually says. It says, "Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man." Or in some translations, the number of humanity. Notice something. It does not say the number of Satan. It says the number of a man, the number of humanity, the number of human beings. That changes everything. Why 6 matters. In ancient Hebrew symbolism, numbers often carried meaning. The number 7 was associated with completion, wholeness, divine order, creation completed, the seventh day, the Sabbath, the completed cycle. So what is 6? 6 is one step before completion. Not evil, incomplete, still growing, still becoming, still learning. Think about a house under construction. The walls are up, the foundation is strong, the structure is taking shape, but the roof isn't finished yet. That's 6. The project isn't bad, it's just unfinished. The human number. And this is where things get interesting. What is humanity? Humanity is unfinished. We are all works in progress. We make mistakes. We learn, we grow, we fall, we rise, we forget, we remember. Every one of us is becoming something. Perhaps 6 symbolizes exactly that. The unfinished human journey. Not failure, not development, not evil, evolution. The carbon connection. Now let's move into symbolism. This is not biblical doctrine. This is symbolic interpretation. Carbon is the foundation of life as we know it. The most common carbon atom contains 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. 666. The building block of human life carries the signature of 6. Again, this doesn't prove anything spiritually, but symbolically, it's fascinating. The Bible speaks of the number of humanity. Carbon forms the basis of biological humanity, and carbon carries the pattern of 6. Whether coincidence or symbol, many people find beauty in that connection. The journey of 3 sixes. Let's go deeper. Suppose 666 represents humanity. What might the 3 sixes symbolize? Many traditions would suggest mind, heart, action, or thinking, feeling, willing. A concept familiar to Waldorf education, the work of Rudolf Steiner. 3 dimensions of being human, each one growing, each one developing, each one striving towards harmony. From 666 to 777. Now here's where the story becomes powerful. If 6 represents becoming, 7 represents completion, 7 appears everywhere. 7 days of creation, 7 notes on the musical scale, 7 colors in the rainbow, 7 classical planets, 7 seals, 7 churches, 7 trumpets. Again and again, 7 symbolizes wholeness, completion, fulfillment, the finished work. So what might 777 symbolize? The awakened human being, the integrated human being, the human who has aligned thought, feeling, and action. Not perfection, alignment, not superiority, wholeness. The hero's journey. Every great story follows this pattern. the hero begins incomplete, confused, fearful, uncertain. That's 6. Then comes the adventure, the struggle, the learning, the transformation, and eventually the hero returns wiser, more conscious, more integrated. That's 7. Perhaps 666 isn't the villain. Perhaps it's the beginning of the story. And 777 is the fulfillment of the story. The number 9. There's another layer to this that people enjoy. The number 9. 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9. Many numerological traditions view 9 as a number of completion, a cycle fulfilled, a return, a culmination. Whether you accept numerology or not, it's an elegant symbol. Humanity learning, growing, maturing, returning to wisdom. The deeper question, maybe the real question isn't, what does 666 mean? Maybe the question is, what am I becoming? Am I becoming more conscious, more courageous, more loving, more truthful, more free? Because numbers don't change lives, symbols don't change lives, but the meanings we choose to embody can. Socrates enters the room, and this is where I leave you with a few questions. Questions not for me to answer, questions for you. Socrates believed wisdom begins with questioning. So consider, what parts of my life are still unfinished? Where am I still growing? What does completion mean to me? Am I reacting unconsciously or living intentionally? What would the highest version of myself look like? What habits move me towards that version? What habits move me away? What am I becoming every day? If my life is a story, what chapter am I in? Am I still living as the apprentice, or am I stepping into the master I am becoming? Perhaps the journey isn't about escaping humanity. Perhaps the journey is about becoming fully human. Maybe 666 was never about fear. Maybe it was about potential. Maybe it was never a warning about the devil. Maybe it was a reminder that every one of us is unfinished, still learning, still building, still becoming. And maybe 777 is not the destination somewhere far away. Maybe it's what happens when wisdom, love, and action finally begin working together. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, keep becoming, and remember, the unfinished human is not broken. The unfinished human is becoming. Go learn, go create, go be. Love and peace all. I wish you wisdom and understanding. Enjoy this day.